Good afternoon, everybody. Today is May 22nd. Can't believe it's that day already. It's crazy. I planned for you all to meet at about 1 o'clock. But I was doing things, and this is just when it is. So, a couple of things that I want to clear off right off the bat before we even get started is that there is nobody here today. It's just all of you and me, but we'll be having, oh grief, what in the name did I do? Is this even? Oh well. Is this your paper? Because I may have accidentally used it to wait.
Oh, don't worry about
the whiteboard.
Just throw it on the floor or something.
Well, I used it once,
Yeah,
so I may as well use it again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, anyway, okay. So, welcome, everybody. As I was saying. Now, joining us later down the line is going to be Deborah Silverman. And you should all know who that is. From Deborah Silverman Astrology. She has a YouTube channel. And also, she has, an online school. It's called Applied Astrology. And it's super duper expensive. And there's about 3 levels. One of those levels is on just, the astrological information, like the elements and the, the signs, the planets, and the natal charts. The second level is giving readings and becoming an astrology, and the third level is a little bit, I don't know what that is, but the second level is definitely not the level you want to take if you're first coming to this. Because what's recommended is taking level 1 only, and if you want to take levels 2 and 3, then that's great. But she has a channel on YouTube, Deborah Silverman Astrology, where she has a lot of videos. Some of them are anxiety and astrology videos, where she has all the different signs and she talks about how they feel anxiety and where that comes from, tying it back to the signs. Horoscopes for every 2 to 3 days, where the sun and moon and the other planets are at, and the combination between, I don't know, just right now it's a double Gemini, so that combination of a person. She acts out, actually she has impressions where she acts out the elements and all the different signs, and she also has a sign teaser playlist. And let me see, what does she also do? She has horoscope basics, but those are some of the things that she does. I think that the main things, and you can go on her channel because she has all different kinds of videos about astrology. I think they'll find really funny, really easy, kind of funny, and also pretty informative. Now I'm going to be putting a page on my website, on my Minton page, on the astrology section, and I'll be putting Gemini Clubus. And remember, a Clubus is a club and a class combined together. That's what this is, because the club is meant to be a fun optional thing, and a class is structured like a reading discussing, talking, doing all those type things in that setup, which is what this is going to be. So that's why I've combined them. So on that page, on the very, very first page, I will link to her channel. And I will also be putting some information on the activities and projects that we'll be doing, as well as putting on the very, very first introduction page the whole book and separating the different sections and underlining the important details, if I can. And on all of the different pages, all the different sections I'll be putting on a PDF, I'll be doing the same thing, but just breaking it down into the own sections. So, I'm going to be writing as I'm going to be talking here today. So, it's a Friday afternoon. It's kind of a lazy, low day, so today is not going to really be getting into anything. I'm just going to be introducing everything. So, this is when we will be meeting, okay? And we'll probably be meeting today and on the weekdays, probably every other day if I can. So, another person who will be joining us is maybe someone who lives down the street over there, who gives voice lessons. And she used to teach at the same organization that I used to teach at before the whole pandemic began. I used to teach English over at the high school over there, and she was a former choir teacher, and she gives singing and piano lessons. So she'll be coming. Melody Clutter. So, sometimes they both will be here, sometimes one or the other will be here, sometimes all of them will be here, it just depends. But Deborah will not be here until the 26th. So, another person who will be coming here, as well as all of you can see that there are some dance moms, students, dancers in the room, which are Nia, Mackenzie, and Chloe. You should all know who these are because all of you are here with the Minton. And Melissa will be joining us here pretty soon. That's what she told me. That either today or the next time. So that's the third person. Now, I'm going to be doing some of the teaching, but Deborah is going to be doing the other half of it. So, a couple of things to note, a couple rules to note is astrology rules. So, when I'm talking about this is I am referring to where do you have Gemini in your chart, because you obviously need to have Gemini some placement in your chart. It could be your sun sign, your moon, your ascendant, your dominant sign, or the sign that appears most. It can be in a Mercury or Mars or Venus or wherever. It has to be somewhere in the chart. Or if you don't have any, then this may benefit you to be able to learn about it and really understand that sign and kind of the flavor and feeling into Gemini. So that's the thing that I just want to tell you, but everyone is welcome. So that's that. This is the Gemini with astrology. Then we're going to talk about readings. Now, with the reading, I may assign all of you certain numbers of pages to read or a whole section, depends on how important the information is and depending how long that it is. If it's shorter, then and less important, then maybe I'll have it to read. Otherwise, we'll read it here and discuss it here, but I made it a point to read aloud and talk about and discuss the introduction. So, reading. That's what I want to make clear. So then, the next thing that I want to talk about is the projects and activities. So, we're going to be doing a lot of fun things in here. At least I'm planning to. A couple of really, really fun and I think really engaging and interactive, immersive things that we're going to do, that I think that you all will really enjoy is going to be acted out. So I'll write that down. Which you're going to be acting out certain skits from SNL or Studio C or somewhere. Because a Gemini is really, really good at communicating and socializing because it's ruled by Mercury. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. So, and it always needs constant stimulation. It's interested in any little thing. And once it loses interest, it moves on. It's like a child. It's like the free socializing, impulsive speaking child to do whatever and live life so fun and free and positive and easy. That kind of reminds me of that song from the Thomas and Friends Big World, Big Adventures, Free and Easy, if you've ever heard that. But some famous Geminis are Idina Menzel, who you all know played in Frozen as Elsa, Let It Go, and also Enchanted. She played the female babysitter or something. Another famous Gemini, which we're going to be meeting, is Melissa Ziegler, who is a dance mom to Maddie and Mackenzie. And let's see who else is a Gemini. Amy Pottinger from Food Network star. She is a blogger of food, and she lives in Honolulu, Hawaii, and she was there on season 13, and then she went to Combat Kitchen, and she won along with Adam Gertler, and she was there in season 14 up until near the very, very end of it, right before that they made their pilots. So, anyway, so the projects, many projects is going to be Gemini, famous Gemini. So for the Aries, I did Aries in my life, which is something where you're taking someone in your life who was an Aries and you are either writing an essay on it, making a presentation on good, bad dynamics, similarities and differences, likes and dislikes. How does that person inspire you? What did you learn from this person? How is it a role model to you through whatever experience doing speaking. So it gets personal because astrology really gets personal. I thought that it was very valuable and a very it was a fun thing, and it was again very tying to personal life. But we're gonna do the famous Gemini. So it's taking a person from history or currently, actress, chef, whatever, and saying, how is this person famous? What did they do or say that channeled the Gemini energy? How and why? And likes and dislikes about them, and just a general gist of who they are. So that's what we're going to be getting into a little bit later in the season, but you do not need to worry about that now. And also with the Gemini, we're going to be reading a lot of books. That's another thing. With Gemini, speaking a lot. We're going to be doing brain games, thinking a lot. Because Gemini has a little instrument that just puts out words like my mouth right now. And you are all going to get the opportunity to teach a couple of, the readings and discuss it, as we're going over it. You're all going to get the opportunity to come up here and do what I'm doing to you now. Because Gemini, another great talent is being able to teach and also singing. We're going to be doing several songs, and Melody will help us out with that. So, that's what'll be happening. So I'll be drawing sticks for you all to come up here individually and have the opportunity to do that. And Deborah and Melody, will be taking over with some parts, as I said. So, it should be such a pleasure to have Deborah, Silverman here, since she is a very big icon and the biggest person of astrology I know, and I've been following her for some time. So, let's see. So, I have this. I think that I've established all that I want to establish. Here's another thing that we're going to do, is we're going to live the symbol. So, symbol living. I'm going to talk about symbol living. That's going to be another fun thing. So, we have cloning machines here, and you step on and you press copy, and then you put in a certain number of how many copies you want. That's what you're all going to have the opportunity to do. And you're going to make a copy of yourself, because the symbol of Gemini is the twins. One wants to go this way, another wants to go that way. Mighty Mac. So, to really be able to feel, how Gemini feels, feel, that energy through the symbol. And since we have the tools to do that, then that will be a really, really fun and really interesting thing to do also. It's going to be neat having a twin, having an extra person. So, now I'm going to get into the book. So this is the book that we're going to be using. Okay, this is, it's Gemini. This is what it looks like. And you should all have a copy already right under, I don't have a copy of the sign. So it's sitting over there on that table. If you want to go grab yourselves, and you can, remember to keep track of these. Don't lose them. Don't, treat them as if they're own. Don't try to throw them or pound on them or break them or, do whatever to them. So, that wouldn't be okay. So, these books, while you're getting them, I'm going to give you a couple minutes to do that. Okay. So, it has the name of the sign, and then it has the date range. And the date range is May 21st through June 20th. And, this is the cusping. The first is the Taurus Gemini cusp, and May 21 was just yesterday. June 20th is the Gemini Cancer cusp. And Donald Trump, by the way, is a Gemini because he's really good with words and speaking, and everything. That's the wit ability that they have. So he was born on June 14, and he was born on the full moon, because the opposition and the complement to Gemini is Sagittarius. And I happen to have Gemini in my Mars and Venus. So, as I said with that astrology as well. So opposite today, November 22nd, would be Sagittarius, and opposite today, I would be really, really excited to see Frozen 2 in the theater. So, when you get the book that has the sign, the date range, also called the cusping, and then the constellation, look at how beautiful that is, because each has their own sign, date range, constellation, including the colors of it, and the look and design of it, okay? And if you look at, take at night when it's clear, you can probably see the constellation of just how it forms. And, all of these signs are constellations, and how the stars form, the symbol of which they form twins, or something related to Gemini. And if you look at the little silver line, you see that little silver imprint on the sky picture, and if you turn it, if you turn the book, to the right, you can see that those are twins, that those are two stick figures with a star on top of their heads, with their arms and their, bodies and their legs and everything. Those are two stick figures. Those are two people. Two of the same person is called a twin. And then a triplet, and then a quadruplet. So this, each of these books are formatted the same way. The formatting on the first, on the front and the, the back, and when you open the book up, then it has "this book belongs to," you put your birth date, the time of your birth, and that's how you can find it. You would send it in the location that you were born, and then it has all of the same categories. So all of these categories are going to be the different sections, and before that is a page that dedicates to, whoever. So, there's an introduction, and then there's all of these different categories and areas of life. Gemini is a child, as an adult, as a parent, in love, at work, in school, in daily life in the world. So, but the thing that changes throughout these books is there are different authors for each of the signs. So Colin Bedell is the author for Gemini, and Jeff Henshaw is the author for Aries, of which, that was, Aries Club back in the Aries season. Colin Bedell reminds me of the person who is the host of Reality Dream Home, sounding like that, that Asian female-male infusion kind of drag queen, kind of, just making fun of, where I can picture him in a hotel, eating waffles and French toast, and, that's who he reminds me of. But he does have a channel, and he does have several astrology videos about love, and, placement, moon planets and different placements, and I don't know, I really didn't check out his channel, but Geminis can make up new songs, new words, and do all those kind of things. Have their own voices, and singing is another very, very great, very famous thing with Geminis, and sometimes things just come out, like cuss words, for example. So that's the thing that changes, so you can check out his channel. I will be linking to that on the front page, and I hope that you can find some good and informative videos on there. So, let's see. So we're not going to be reading anything today because I haven't even started reading it. I just wanted to show you, and I want you to keep track of these. And that's all I really have for you today. This is just the introduction. And if I watch this and I find that I forgot to tell you something super important, I'll tell you when we meet. And we're going to be meeting on Monday. Okay, so Monday about about 1 o'clock. I'm gonna plan, and I'll let you know through email when we're gonna be meeting, and what's gonna happen during the meeting. Okay, and also it would be good to bring your germ killers as well if you need them. Okay, so wonderful, everybody. You can all leave, do whatever, enjoy your Friday, because I'm kind of tired myself. Have a great rest of your day, great dinner, great evening, and everything. Have a wonderful weekend. And then we will begin officially on Saturday. And by the way, May 24 is Deborah Silverman's birthday, and June 13th is, Melissa Ziegler's birthday.